He was off duty and pulling out of his home in Queens when he noticed someone suspicious. He saw a man across the street walking away from him. Despite it being a very muggy, hot New York evening, the man was dressed in long sleeves and a cape. He seemed to be slowly walking down the street, looking at each house. Lieutenant Russo followed him for 45 minutes and eventually called the police, but the man was able to slip out of sight. The next day, a local business owner called and reported a suspicious man with a crowbar loitering around the parking lot. When police arrived, they frisked him and detained him for 15 minutes, but eventually let him go. The man was 20-year-old Chanel Lewis in Brooklyn. He had also had several runners with the police in Spring Creek Park over the last several years for public urination and other minor offenses. One of them, Lieutenant Russo decided they should let him die. As they dug deeper into Chanel's past, they claimed that they found a history of Chanel stating that he wanted to hurt women. On January 31st, 2017, police asked Chanel for a voluntary DNA swab. He agreed to give his sample, and during his conversation with investigators, he acknowledged hearing of Karina's murders on the news. A few days later, the DNA came back as a match. Chanel Lewis was arrested on the evening
2K Sports so proudly presents this PGA Tour event. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elgin alongside Rich Beam, and we're around the midway point of the season, Rich. Do you think the player has the FedEx Cup on their mind?
Most definitely, they have to. The FedEx Cup Championship is the beginning of the end, and they want to make sure not only in that top 125, but they have the opportunity to advance to the 70th and 30th spot. And right now, they're playing well, so it'd be a shock if they didn't make it.
I'm looking forward to today, that's for sure. And let's see what he can do here today. You like that, didn't you? We're around 140 yards here. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Down.
What a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich.
Nice.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Just a 4-footer remaining. This one's looking good. The well hold, he'll take the birdie.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll have another.
Currently 1 under for the tournament.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it, so yes, birdie on the first, great job.
Time to tee off at the second.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
Sorrow is so endlessly painful that hearing the news is not what I expected. There's no happiness, but we're grateful.
Down.
New York City is the most fantastic.
Gee, there's some energy and action going on all around this property. Wonder what's happened. And there's highlights galore out on the course. But back at the third hole, this happened just recently. Matt Kuchar with a fantastic shot.
We would stop at nothing to find savage.
Well, there's a scorecard saver, Rich. That's perfection. And back to the course with the live action. Right, John, how's this putt looking?
Well, guys, this looks like it's about 21 feet.
You know, and thinking about it logically, it was impossible for somebody to find a follower in there. It had to be a random, one place.
Just didn't drop. Can make this one. It's for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. He's going to share a third place.
The demon must get his justice.
Here we are at the third. The tee is yours.
The morning after
And
she
after a
lost
putt on
the
the
race,
last,
police
chance to maybe
executed a search
take a step
warrant
in the
at his
right
home
direction
at
here.
576 Essex Street in Brooklyn. Chanel's cell phone contained 137 search history items that investigators considered relevant to Karina's case. These searches included his online search for the Catholic Sacrament of Penance. He also had searches for author of crime,
Wow,
price of a
that was
second
just
chance,
striped.
Miranda warning, arraignment, and what happens after a felony conviction. His phone also contained 2 images of Karina and other crime
Well,
scenes.
as we approach the
The
midway point
interrogation
of this
after
season on
Chanel's
2K
arrest
Sports
will become
PGA
a
Tour
hotly
coverage,
debated
Rich.
topic that is still
Really, for a lot of
discussed
players,
online
they've been
today.
able to get after it early, get some wins, big FedEx Cup points. But for those who have struggled, what's in
Damn.
now?
Okay, we're present
they've
in
got
107 police precincts.
Oh, terrible banks. Jesus.
Whatever it is that they're
Oh.
trying to do isn't producing. So they're going to have to maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit, take a look at how they're preparing for the tournament, maybe some of the decision making during the event, look and see what stats are suffering, whether it's chipping, putting inside of 150 yards, whatever it is. Each player is unique. But in saying that, it's been a lot of fun to see some of the new time winners already this year, some of the veterans making a comeback of sorts, and a couple of Cinderella stories that nobody saw coming. I've got to say, this has provided a lot of interest. I, for one, have been a little surprised about some of the outcomes, but I got to say, that's what you love about this game, is you love the surprises that golf delivers.
Well, if you're on the outside looking in, it's time to put the foot down and make some FedEx Cup points so you can make those playoffs. Well, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. At -2, going along nicely today.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
On August 2nd,
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
that evening? And where were you at that time?
We in Spring Creek Mall.
Okay, by Gateway and Spring Creek Mall.
Well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
Okay. And was anyone with you or were you by yourself? About what time did you get to the park?
And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Okay. And were you on a trail or you were in the grass?
On the trail.
Okay. What kind of trail is it? Paved or dirt or what?
It's kind of like dirt.
Okay. About what time would you say you got to the park?
Opting for the 9-iron,
that evening.
About 5.
so I might need to set.
While you were in the park, well, do you remember what you were wearing that day? While you were in the park,
Stop! Fuck's
what happened
sake.
in the park?
And here we are with the third shot.
We just go jogging, and then one thing led to another. Some other situation.
All right. Well, the girl that was jogging was
Get in!
herself or with anybody else?
Get in!
Ouch, that
When you
hurts.
first saw her, where were you?
And with that,
Grass
you can
or
go and put a
trail?
par on the card.
And
So
Shit.
this is the current standings on the course.
you were
Jazz well off the lead after that hole.
walking. You were walking towards her.
Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4. And after that par,
When you
something
first saw
good
her,
here.
were you walking towards her or the same direction? So when you first saw her,
We walk towards each other.
towards each other, okay. And she was jogging, you said? Okay. Do you know if she had anything anything on her head or in her hands? You remember? She was approaching you.
looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff.
Hand, or was it clipped to her clothes? Do you remember? Okay. And you said
Time to
she-
recap Billy Horschel's
she
effort
got
from just a
next
short
to you,
time ago.
She was when you were walking. What happened then? Okay. Before you
Good look here for a second shot.
In the face of the mouth. Before you hit her, did you grab her or did you just hit her right away?
Almost.
Grab her?
Okay, let's get back to the action.
How did you grab her? What part of her
Playing
body
from
did
around
you grab?
160 yards. Just a stroke behind the leader.
Right, but did you Remember before you
Must have
started
chosen
hitting,
the
was
7
the
iron.
first thing you did was to
Should
hit.
find the
What was
green here.
first thing you did?
Got it.
Okay. And
Well,
how
that'll
was
be
it
one of the
around?
shots of the day, that's for sure.
Okay, with both hands.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the
And
field.
what time of your body did you grab?
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
Do you remember?
Probably.
Okay, around the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And when you grabbed her, what happened then?
Started hitting her and stuff like that.
All right. Now,
It's up,
did you
it
hit
could
with
be
both
in.
hands?
Yes.
Always nice to hold ones for a birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. He finds himself in a share of the lead.
Her face? Just the face? How many times did you hit her in the face?
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Standing on this par 4 and leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind?
When did she fall
Attack
to the
it
ground?
or
After
lay
you
back?
grabbed her? All right. Now, when she fell to the ground, was she lying in the path or was she off the path?
Well, looks like they're going for the green. Good aggressive play here.
Down.
When she fell to the ground,
Yeah, good bounce. Come on.
was she on the pathway or was she off the path?
That's not bad. Good shot.
I love seeing stuff like that.
Absolutely sets himself up for an eagle on this hole.
And when you were hitting her in the face, was she face up or face down?
She was like face up.
Face up. Did she say anything at all?
Mm.
No. Did she scream?
Like 2 bucks.
I'm sorry, her tooth broke? Were you covering her mouth at all?
Get in.
Get in.
No.
Get in.
Her
Oh.
tooth broke, was it like in the front, the top of the bottom?
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
The lead continues to grow. This is simply amazing.
Teeing off here at the
Her
7.
neck or anything?
This hole is so gettable. They're definitely looking to extend that lead by 1 or maybe even 2 strokes once the hole is finished.
Do you remember, was it one hand or both hands?
She finally got stuff.
And how did you have your hands around her neck? Okay. Did you squeeze her neck when you had your hands around her neck?
Let's take a look at JT just a little while ago.
Yeah. You don't remember the how long ago?
Let's recap his 4th shot.
You were mad about an incident. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a little bit, alright? I just want to find out what happened.
Nicely holed.
And was she still worried when you had your hands on her neck?
Let's get back to it, shall we?
Okay.
Playing this
Well,
shot
when you had
from
your
about
hands around her neck,
170
was she
yards.
on the ground or standing up?
She's telling me
On the ground. Face up or face down?
face up.
Alright. And then, how did her face go in the water?
Looks to be going with the 6
I
iron.
was strangling with the water and then
Too hard.
facing the ground.
You were strangling her?
And she found the water.
Well, that's big boy golf right there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
You just showed me your right hand.
Might it be nice to make this one.
Where was
This
it
one's for
put your
eagle.
hand? Your knuckle? Okay. And when her face went in the water, was she face up or face down?
Get in.
Down.
Oh,
Good line.
bastard.
Covering her face?
Just 3 feet to the
And how
cup.
long did you hold her under the water?
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with that, we'll move to 5 under par.
Was she moving when you put her
Now leader
face
is
in the water?
enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
Okay, what, do you remember? Was she still moving when you had your hands around her
Just a
neck?
couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8.
How was she moving? What was she doing?
She wasn't really moving that much.
Okay. Did she try to hit you or
Opting for the
touch you
5
a
wood.
little during this time? Okay, what did she do?
Ah, come on.
Did she scratch you?
No bounce.
Moments ago, a beautiful
He did
shot
a
happened on
bounce.
the course. Let's take a look at it. Matt Kuchar with a fantastic shot.
Check out what he does from this fairway bunker. This is awesome.
Oh, I'm lucky.
Oh, a little trickery, no doubt about it. An absolute beauty here.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Might have touched it.
Okay. Did you touch it? Do you know where? Did you put it somewhere or? No. When you left her in the grass, were her clothes still on? What was the status of her clothing? How was her clothing?
It's pulled off.
Pulled off?
Yeah.
Okay, what was pulled off?
Oh,
Oh, just this.
What about her shirt?
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
Maybe.
Okay. And when you say her pants pulled off, were they totally off? Were they half on, half off?
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole.
Were they down or up? Pants. What about her
Here we are at the final hole on the front 9.
This hole is so important at this critical time.
That
Go for it,
you did
lay
this
it
because
back.
you had some
How
anger,
much do you
right?
trust your swing?
Can you tell me about that anger?
No, I used to live in a different address. And I currently live right now.
Well, I like the look of the line here. It should find the
bounce, come on. Give me a bounce. Ah, good bounce.
I just love the aggressive play there, Rich.
Exactly what I've done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Did that particular person, you don't have to tell us who he is, but did he make you angry that day on August 2nd, that Tuesday?
Yeah, because like every day he came to music and by his friends and then we just live in a quiet block. You know, like all these type of stuff.
Okay, about what time was that? What time
Again!
Is everything
An unfit chance here.
Like, where do we go from here?
I don't know, okay? We'll see.
But you did.
Looks
you
good
did
off the
tell me.
blade.
I was just in the
Oh, no way!
And they'll walk away
Fuck's
with the
sake.
this one. Never feels nice. A 3-putt par here. Now
Bastard!
2 shots up after that
We'll
one.
see. We'll see. Okay. I can't say.
We have a par 4 on this one.
According to Chanel's parents, he was a kind and respectful young man. His mother Vita was quoted as saying, "My son is a friendly, God-fearing man and would not hurt anyone." However, Chanel's school record told a much different story. In 2011, Chanel's high
Yeah, this is a
school
quality looking
police
shot, this one.
after
That should find the short
with a
stuff.
female student. He then ranted to classmates that he hated women and wanted to hurt them with a knife. Chanel transferred schools
Shot.
after that incident and graduated in 2015
Playing from around
from
150
Martin Luther
yards
High
here.
School, a school comprised of children experiencing emotional and behavioral issues. Chanel's mother Vita did recall that upon returning home on the night of August
Oh, this
2nd,
one's right down the
he
pipe.
looked disheveled and his clothes were torn.
Oh, yes. Lovely shot.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will take him to 6 under. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
And scratches all over his arms. Hospital records confirmed this as well. Chanel's
You've reached the 11th hole,
the
and the
evidence
tee is
against him
yours.
should be inadmissible since they were all the direct fruit of an unlawful stop and frisk that was the result of racial profiling. However, in February 2018, a judge ruled that all of the evidence against Chanel Lewis was admissible.
Pounded that one.
Chanel Lewis's trial
Gorgeous.
for the murder of Karina Vetrano began on November 5th of 2018. He pled not guilty to all charges.
Nice.
During the trial,
Nice,
Chanel's
nice,
confession was played for the jury. During his confession, he had told detectives that he injured his hand on Karina's teeth. He recalled the horrific and brutal attack as he became enraged when Karina ferociously fought back. He told detectives that after punching Karina 5 times in the face, he then drug her into the weeds to, quote, finish her off. Minutes after his arrest, When he was in the back of the squad car, he also asked detectives if he could have a picture of Karina, to which they responded no. The defense argued that Phil Vitrano tainted the crime scene.
Fuck, too hard. Too hard.
Over off the
When
deck.
the jury went back for deliberation,
Oh no, way that's in the water.
pieces of evidence: the DNA, the
Where was that
autopsy
going?
reports, and Chanel's
That was a
confession.
little untidy, wasn't it?
However, on
Straight into the
November
water.
21st, they returned
You should
to
not have done
the
that.
They were deadlocked. Karina's family was devastated at the news. The retrial took place in March of 2019. During the new trial, the defense raised questions surrounding Chanel's confession. They alleged that Chanel was held for hours overnight without an attorney before he agreed
That
to
might be a
confess.
groove or two
On
off
the
target.
prosecution's end, they told the jury how they had placed Chanel near the crime scene at the time that Karina was killed by geolocation.
Sitting
crews
at 6
cell
under
phone.
for the
The
day.
jury went back to
Currently in the lead.
deliberations on April 1st of 2019. This time, it took them
Looks
less
like
than
they're
5
going with a
hours
pitching
to come
wedge.
back with a verdict.
Get in! Oh,
Well, that'll set up a birdie bid, Rich. And this effort by Justin Thomas. This is their fifth shot.
The four men reading loud and clear that they believe 22-year-old Channel Lewis murdered and sexually abused 30-year-old Karina Vitrano.
Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that?
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
Bogey putt coming up here.
Jubilation.
And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks. Leading by 3 strokes now.
Guilty on all counts. On April 23rd, Karina's
Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Do you attack it and try and increase your lead, or do you lay back and
Chanel
play
was
safe?
sentenced to life in
I like
prison
to attack it.
without the
What do they like to
possibility
do?
of parole. Phil Vitrano has made a small shrine
Absolutely
of Karina in the spot
tattooed
where she
that
was
one.
killed. He's
Stop.
created a secret
Stop.
garden that only their closest friends and family know about, hidden in a secret spot behind the weeds off of the trail. He claims that the garden of red and yellow flowers
Got all of that one. Using all the power to try and take it deep under par.
Kathy tries to
Oh,
cope
how
with her
about
anger
that
and
shot?
sadness
Taking
by
out the
journaling
big stick
reading
and going
Karina's
ahead and knocking
writings.
her on. Love it.
Both of them say that their grief is too much to bear most days. They keep a shrine in their home and place
Jesus.
butterfly wings on her bedroom window. Chanel Lewis has not had an easy go of it in prison. He was originally housed at Rikers Island, where he continuously complained about the food and his treatment at the hands of
Putt
the
coming
guards.
up is for
He
birdie.
was then transferred to a Suffolk County jail, where he was assaulted by other inmates.
Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hold. And that will
There
move
is
into
still
6 under
widespread
par.
speculation online
Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
Is guilty of Karina's murder. You will also see if you look this case up, there's plenty of victim.
Let's see what
blaming
happens
going
here
on,
at the
all
13th.
kinds of conspiracy theories, and quite frankly, disgusting comments surrounding her murder. Malloy High School has held an annual walkathon each summer in Karina's honor. In the past 3 years, over $175,000 has been raised for students through the Karina Vitrano Memorial Scholarship.
Oh,
Phil
come on.
wears his daughter's blue and gold running shoes and says that the day is about running forward since she never lived here
Alright.
and celebrating her life.
There's been so much great golf played here today. Why don't we head back to the 14th for this wonderful shot? Matt Kuchar with a fantastic shot. Nice putt to make that one. And back to the course with the live action. A long range putt coming up here. Be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well wide. Ah.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it.
Previously.
4 feet to the cup. It's on a good line. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. All home. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4.
Eating prayer together and put the kids in bed. I kissed the girls goodnight and just were exhausted and dropped off. The next
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway.
Catherine coming around the bed to Lois's side and saying, "Mom, somebody's taking physical." And
This one from about 160 yards out.
I'm sitting there in bed, I'm thinking, she's had a bad nightmare. Mary Catherine remained in the room.
Going with the 7.
As I went from room to room checking, it became more and more of a reality that she was
Good shot.
That's well played. Pin high.
Beautiful.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
She was not there. It really erupted.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
And turned on the lights in our kitchen and saw
Go
the
in.
screen cut.
And down she goes, the long range bomb. And with it, we'll move to a couple under par.
And she just can't even imagine what
Good chance this one,
was
right on 6 feet.
Elizabeth going through. Lois was yelling, "Call 911," and that was the first thing that happened.
When I arrived,
Oh, what a stroke.
Well,
What a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, we'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes.
there are a number of ways that somebody could have gone into the hole.
Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole in one.
The wood was fairly high off the ground. For someone coming through there, they would have not only had to step up on the seat of the chair, they would have had to step up on the back of the chair just to make the cuts in the screen. If you have the plane of the window, then the window would open like this and kind of slide to the middle. And it's not
Going with the 8-iron here.
So it left 12 or so inches that you could actually squeeze through.
When we got that call in the middle of the night, I could try to tell something about
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
This one for back-to-back birdies.
panic. Someone's taking Elizabeth.
And this was from Billy Horschel from just a little while
Get
back.
down here. It was just kind of,
Great putt.
it's just this sick, terrible feeling. It just struck me. This is the worst thing.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
I remember
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
Sitting on that couch. And it was just horrifying. I mean, she was just.
This one's tracking.
Yes.
Down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Or that one.
And with that, we'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
The marked home had not been
Our
immediately
current leader
sealed by
enjoys a
police.
5-shot
All
advantage.
forensic clues to the abductor were contaminated. But there was one witness to the crime. Elizabeth
Here we
Sanders
find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
9-year-old Mary Catherine.
Mary Catherine, right from day one, was very consistent in the account that she gave us. She talked about being awake, hearing Elizabeth up. There was conversation, including threats.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me.
Perpetrator to Elizabeth, threats against the family and against her.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard mark.
Did his voice sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
Can you tell me where you've heard that before?
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass.
Voice.
Ooh, nice bounce. Nice bounce.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've kept this player inside the top 10 all day long because of it.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't even fathom who would want Who would want her?
This one's dialed in.
Get in there!
Just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard.
Anybody feel like they had any enemies?
That's 9 under par for the event.
If there was anyone out there that would want to, that I knew of, that I could.
And after a bird at the last, take the honour on the hole.
When you're missing a young 14-year-old girl, you certainly have to consider a sex crime as a motive. Elizabeth had to have been a chosen victim, a very specifically targeted by her captor.
Oh, beautiful shot that is.
Until that terrible night, the Smarts had led a privileged and happy life.
Ooh, beautiful.
Quality shot, that one.
And they want to be good.
Coming off a string of 3 birdies.
What they think they should be a good community member, a good Mormon.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
They wanted Elizabeth to sort of set an
This one looks like it'll safely make the green.
Younger siblings, which she did.
Oh, look at
What a
that!
shot. You'll take that. Outstanding approach shot.
That again.
Nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Gorgeous shot.
Really was kind of the pride and joy, I think, of Edward and Laura. She was so perfect. At 14 years old, she wasn't interested in boys, she was interested in the person.
Oh,
A lot of people sometimes ask us if we're sisters or
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Sometimes when I go down to their house, they've got a gym in their basement. We like to just play down
And that will drop in for birdie.
really big bouncy balls. Like 2 feet in diameter. We like to hold them.
John, what's going on out there?
Wrestlers, and we really appreciate
Good sex shot.
Sitting at 1 over.
She had a real low rating.
Oh.
She was really good she was not hanging out with the boyfriend.
And with that hole behind us, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. Well, it's come down to this, the final hole. Welcome to the 18.
Such a good opportunity for this player to extend their lead. It is a gettable hole. They need to take advantage.
Elizabeth, if you're out there, we're doing happy.
Nicely done. Playing from around 190 yards out.
The chance of finding Elizabeth alive was decreasing.
Looks to be going with the hybrid here.
Tom, a news
Come on, Dave.
Here, that's headed towards the green.
I didn't want to wait a week later to find out whether the person down the street who, may have, whoever it was, did it or not. I mean, you have a sense of urgency that's immediate.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
We need to get
Using the big boy muscles to get it home in 2 there.
20 feet to the cup.
10 o'clock news.
You're watching KSL5. This is the #1 Eyewitness News special report.
We begin today with the statewide alert for the missing girl and the man who took her.
Now, the kidnapping happened around 2 o'clock this morning, again, as we said, in the Salt Lake Federal Heights area.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a miss of the hole.
And as Terry said,
One in the birdie putt here.
Family did was they just
And with that putt, concludes this players round.
Not bad, not bad.
There you have it, folks. At the end of the opening round, they find themselves in top spot. Not bad, eh, Rich?
Yes, you always want to be in first place going into the final round. And saying that, it can be uncomfortable as well. We'll have to see how this player tomorrow handles the pressure.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich B, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Let her go, please.
With the community to come out and help. Every minute counts, every second counted. And everybody knew that. And the response the next day was just phenomenal. At 7:30, we started having searchers showing up. We brought about 250 volunteer registration forms.
Hello and welcome to our PGA Tour coverage here on 2K Sports. We're at the Legends Championship. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this next golfer starts their round. What do you think about their chances today?
Never easy going to bed with the lead, and they're out here today. It's probably weighing on them a little bit. I gotta say though, this player has been playing well. That's why they have the lead. So they have to be excited and they have to like their chances going into this final round.
Can't wait to find out what happens here.
A teenage girl being snatched from her bedroom in the middle of the night. That's everyone's kind of personal nightmare. And if it could happen to these people who
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today.
An area that doesn't typically have a lot of crime, that can happen to anyone.
Beauty.
That dog will hunt.
Well, they're obviously playing to a game plan here, because I remember they were headed from this similar spot yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
This one's going right at the pin here.
Oh!
Oh, that's great. It just missed.
What a shot that is!
Well, that's a lovely approach. It sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first.
Oh, it's close.
And where I was, what was happening. Felt like my life was coming apart at the seams.
Oh, so close! Oh, man.
And they'll tap this in for birdie.
And
oh, what a start. This is impressive.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
Currently 12 under for the event.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Gotta go home.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
I appreciate so much what you've done. It's so overwhelming to see.
Going with the 5-iron here.
We brought Edward and Lois down to see the amazing things that were going on down at that search center, and they were completely overwhelmed by it.
Well, that'll work. That's fine.
Lois, big putt to make. And birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Continue on when they saw the effort that was going on. It was just incredible.
Oh, this looks pure.
Beauty.
A wonderful putt. We can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Sitting at -13 for the tournament.
The play so far has been stellar, increasing the lead, Luke. But can they maintain it? Let's find out.
Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
From what it had previously been, it was one of the purest forms of communication between Lois and I. It was one of the most comforting feelings that we ever felt. I truly felt like the love was there.
Nicely
He was watching over us.
Let's have a look at Bryson DeChambeau.
Somehow we made it through.
Playing their 5th shot.
A week after the unexplained kidnapping of Elizabeth Smart, the camera's ordeal to the
Big time play, that one. At the right time, too.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the bar.
Polygraph test I had taken mine.
Let's return to live play now.
Working on my 6-day no
Time
sleep.
for the
I was
second shot into the
literally
third.
hearing things. Some of the questions, I mean, they're hard to answer in that situation. Have you ever hurt anyone? I don't, Yeah, I'm sure I have.
The interesting choice of the driver here.
Are you honest? Do you lie to your wife?
Ah, dodgy bounce again. Jesus. Exactly the same as last time.
I lie for love and I lie for sport, but I don't lie for real. Questions like, did you kill Elizabeth? Did you take Elizabeth? Did you have anything to do with her abduction?
Getting ready to play their third.
Between 7 and 8 hours. But, in that included a 2-hour stare down with the guy when I said, I can't do anything else. I can't, I mean, conclusive findings in your court. I'm under the microscope for someone
That was
who
right down
could
the
have taken
pipe.
her, and I
It's just about 3 feet away.
I just kept staring him in the eye, giving him eye contact.
Don't mind the look of this.
Thinking to myself,
Fair effort that. Good birdie. He's currently sitting in first place.
I just felt like, do whatever you want with me. I want to find you.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
They know they didn't do it. We're not 100% of anything at that point. You can't go and say, well, I know you didn't do it, but come on, let's do the interview. You know, don't let this hurt your feelings. I mean, we kind of have to play the role. If we're going to interview them, we have to, you know, put them on the spot and kind of put some pressure on, or we might as well not bother.
That one was fired out of a cannon.
The police initially floated a theory that perhaps they had some financial problems, and this was a way to produce an antidote and maybe eliminate those financial problems.
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely to defuse the opening holes. Birdies galore.
It's already been hit once, is now being hit again in national headlines that by innuendo say, hey, it's the family. At that point, once they're starting leaking these things out,
chosen the
they
7-iron.
never talked to my wife. They never checked on my alibi. They had never done any, I mean, the Keystone cops could have figured out this. You know, I mean, it just...
Well, that's well
so
judged.
it was really a
Hole
little bit
high,
irresponsible
right inside the
where those
range.
leaks came from.
Good
You
looking
know,
birdie here.
feeding frenzy, when there's no information out there, and you have everybody, and you know how this works in the press, they see one little thing, and it's like in a hen house with a chicken that gets a spot of blood on its head, all the other chickens go peck it to death. And that's what the press does.
Oh, gallant attempt. This one is for his par. Well, that hole's behind us. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
Question the credibility of the smarts. The FBI were honing in on another suspect.
This hole here is a par 4.
Behavioral analysis gave me an assessment of what they thought the behavior of the abductor may be. This was the sex crime, and that they certainly could have burglary, or
Looks
something
like
like
this
that.
one's heading safely for the
There was a
fairway.
list, what we call the contractor list, a list of people who had worked at the house, helping fix it up.
Beauty.
On this list was
Johnny Mac, what's the news?
Down here on the 15th, this is Matt Kuchar's next shot.
Very, very sociable.
Even for the day, in a share of 9th position.
You know, talking to my sons about some doing,
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Little putt shot here. Oh, yes! What a result! Fantastically played.
Second shot here on the 5th.
He was on parole and was out of the prison for an attempted homicide on a police officer escaping from a burglary. He had been accused at one point of stealing an expensive bracelet that Lois had. And so his name came up from Lois, who came up from Keith, who came up from...
Nice.
Well, they've certainly got the swing in a groove.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
that he was any kind of a threat.
Richard Reese
starts off on a good line.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
He was stolen from Ed and Smart.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
Standing on this par 4 and leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
Her away as a witness.
This evidence was
Staying
horrendous.
aggressive.
I mean,
Going for the green.
this was Richard's mode of breaking into a house at night, apparently not afraid of being caught or getting a thrill.
Wow, Rich. That's impressive.
Just a missile of a tee shot right onto the green.
And he had gotten away with it, I guess. I don't know how many times
This is
I don't know
from
how many
miles
times
away.
he did. But that just absolutely crushed us.
You know why you're here?
Yeah.
Tell me why you're here.
Yeah, because of the lizard.
fucking house. Eh?
What do you know about the kidnapping?
You don't?
Oh, shit. You couldn't live in this valley for the about kidnapping. I'm not playing games.
Oh, that was close.
Kidnapping, I'm saying, tell me what you know about it.
See that again.
Okay.
Took Elizabeth.
Okay.
Now I'm the #1 suspect.
A new face, some possible new evidence, and some
Oh.
intriguing new questions of the disappearance of Elizabeth Smart.
A man with a long history of criminal behavior leaps to the top of the list of suspicious people in the Smart case. Let's take a closer look at Richard
nice
Whitney
line.
and why police find
And
him
racking up their fifth birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
He sits in first position, and I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching him here today in this final round of action. Here we have a short par 5, a chance to take advantage.
Excellent opportunity to extend that lead. What are they going to do?
It was very dark in that room. And
that was pummeled into submission.
Going on in our mind was, could she really see someone?
I was really thinking that Mary Catherine
Well, there's action aplenty all over the course. Let's have a look at this highlight from another player. The scientist, Bryson DeChambeau, with a fantastic shot.
Oh, you want to hear some fucking shit?
And down it drops. What a shot that was. Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
You've got 5 or 6 guys working on it. I got 80 fucking guys. Well, why aren't you fucking coming up with something, god damn it? I'm sitting in this room talking. Fuck, I take one of these things I
Going with the 6 iron here.
Every fucking thing you guys
And Michael wouldn't cut too many.
Police say they have no forensic evidence to tie Reese who happened to crime. The overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence. All of it leading police
Yeah, nicely
to
played.
their focus on the former
18 feet to the cup.
8 weeks after Elizabeth was taken, there was another break-in attempt at her cousin's house.
We were awakened by a loud bang on July 24th at 2:30 in the morning. I heard a loud crash. I knew where I was in my daughter's.
Yes!
There it goes for an eagle.
Eagle has landed!
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Par 3s are always fun. See if you can knock it close. We love the birdies with big wins. Celebrate your eagle, but let's go make a couple more.
It's got to be connected somehow.
Okay, cut screen. The cut screen by itself on a summertime burglary is not.
It's like they've got the 5-wood.
In the summer, I believe it'll cut a screen. That's an easy way to make an entry. So that by itself is not.
Ah, it's short. Too short.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
It's only 4 feet off the ground is the right zone, so they don't need to check out of the window.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it
Put the
is.
chair there to do
On the 10th hole, Justin Thomas is just getting ready to hit.
This is not the work of no kid. No kid would be brave enough to teach him to
Almost went in.
look with
You hit a beauty, didn't you?
and try to break in and then run out.
This would be a great up and
I'll tell you
down.
what, it rang true to us. I mean, every one of the cousins was sleeping with each other or their parents, or David put in an alarm system that weekend, and it scared the hell out of them.
Yeah, that one will play.
There's nothing conclusive that says.
And it goes.
By this time,
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
This hole is so important at this critical time. Go for it, lay it back. How much do you trust your swing?
Other people, because Reese was in prison. He had a pretty good alibi. We know he didn't try and break into the rights residence. I mean, that should have been it.
With Elizabeth's fate still unknown, the police were wanting answers and increased their pressure on
Well,
Richard
well
Reese.
played.
You know.
Here's what Bryson DeChambeau managed just a short time ago. Lining up for his third now.
And you're telling me I wouldn't be scared? Sit here and fucking chill.
Oh, that's a lovely touch. The hands of the surgeon. And back to the course with the live action. Second shot here on the 9th hole.
Get in! Oh, fuck her!
In the hole. Great shot. This one's for birdie. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Absolutely, you dream of being in this position, ahead by a bunch with just a few holes to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the view.
A thing of beauty. Time for the second shot at the 10th.
3 days later, Reese died.
He died less than 2 months after the kidnapping, but they were so sure that it was Richard Reese. In fact, when he died, they wouldn't even let his wife.
This one might need to get down a little.
After he died, because he was considered this horrible man who kidnapped Smith.
Well struck. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
After Richard Reese died, everybody would come to us and say, you know, it's too bad, and I'd say, you know, it's still active. And literally, people that I worked with for years, they put their arm on my shoulder and say,
This one's online.
Really
yes.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today.
I like it. 2 in a row.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
No, we couldn't let it go. We were after it.
I couldn't be angry at God. I knew that God was not the one doing this. I knew he wasn't. I was angry at somebody's choice to take my daughter. I remember killing people in the back.
I'll tell you what, there's been some great golf being played all over the course. Let's have a look at this. Bryson DeChambeau with a fantastic shot. Let's recap this big putt.
Opening the drawer and going through the baptisms, whether they're baptized and seeing the name on it, and was starting to cry. And at that point, my mind said,
Let's get back to it, shall we?
I don't think she's alive.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th.
And then my heart said, well, I'm not going to lose hope.
No,
I can't
making the
lose
same
hope.
mistake you lost them.
And I read this to the congregation. Verily I say unto you, my friends, fear not, let your hearts be
That's going right.
Yea, rejoice evermore, and in everything give thanks. Waiting
Well, that's all right.
If there's a question at all, why should I be doubtful?
And here we are with the third
I
shot.
should be optimistic, because that's the best way to be. I thought about her a lot, and I thought about what I'd say to her when
Nicely done.
she came back.
7 feet to the cup.
And I dreamed about it a lot. I always dreamt that she was there, and I was coming to their house.
Not a bad line, this. And that's 8 birdies today.
And then I wake up and I'd be disappointed.
Currently in first position. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Sexual predator rates, devil worship.
And after a birdie at the last, taking it on the hole.
Do you attack it and try and increase your lead, or do you lay back and play safe? I like to attack it. What do they like to do?
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway.
Hard enough. Hard judge on. Fuck's sake.
Second shot here on the 12th.
I was mountain biking on the trail behind my house in July, about a month after the boy was taken. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, I was going up.
Well, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Walking down the trail with 2 women behind him.
They were wearing full grey robes.
Nice stroke.
Yeah, very
And
visual.
on goes. With it, an increase of his lead. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Teeing off here on the 13th hole.
I could see her eyes, and her eyes were quite sad.
My parents had come down to take my wife and
Opting
myself
for the
and
hybrid, I
my
think.
kids out to a family
Down.
style restaurant, and
Get up there,
table
get up
that was
there.
just a few feet away from us was a man and a woman, and what I could identify then was a teenage girl.
Not a bad approach, that one. Quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. On a long one, still counts. And this effort by Justin Thomas just a short while ago.
The night Elizabeth was abducted, she
Solid
was
putt
taken by
now.
her kidnapper at Knightsborough, repeatedly told that she was evil and threatened with the murder of her family if she tried to escape.
Let's return to live play now.
Her old identity
And
was
John,
slowly
how
revealed.
long's this putt? It seems to be a fair
Her
way.
new name was
Looks like
Augustine.
this one's about 21 feet to the hole.
Disguised in a veil, she was seen following her abductor and his wife in and out of Salt Lake City. Dressed in white robes, the strange trio often walked along.
Get in! Get in!
That line was looking good, wasn't it?
Still so close!
First night, after being forced to climb the seven
Oh man, honestly.
And this is quality play, still on top of the
Bastard.
leaderboard. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Elizabeth was then shackled by a cable to a tree. Unable to shout out to the search parties, she could hear calling her name. She was still alive.
Come on, bounce. Yes, that's good.
That's tiny. Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Up hope of finding her alive. Within
Just
October,
needs this one to kick right.
Elizabeth's younger sister came forward with startling information.
It was about 10:30 or 11 o'clock at 4 a.m.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
I think I know who it
Let's
is.
see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
And I said, who? And she said, Emmanuel. And I thought to myself, I tried to go back in my mind, Emmanuel. Oh yes, that was
Come on.
this.
That's the right pace. This should rock.
Oh!
They had been here. That the girls
Bit
had seen
too
for
heavy-handed there.
maybe 5 minutes.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
I went
And
back
down
to
she
the room,
goes.
and I sat down and I said, Mama, Catherine, tell me what's killed you.
Let's have a look at Bryson DeChambeau's effort. Second shot here on the 14th hole.
Where there was a very muscular woman.
Going with the 5-wood.
I don't know. I was looking through here, and all of a sudden it came to me. It was like,
Never!
And I never just was completely
shot.
bumped on it, and she
A wonderful shot into 14. It sets up another look at birdie.
Almost a gimme birdie there, Luke.
Straight-laced
Fantastic.
person that Lois had given us
Let's take a look at the
$5
leaderboard.
to 7 months before and invited up to the house. He had worked with Edward most of the time on the roof.
Let's see
working
what
on
happens here on the
skylight up there.
15th.
she met him after school for, a couple of minutes.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
How did
This one can
she-
take a little bounce to the left.
I believe it was a revelation from God.
Nice.
I truly,
Good shot.
truly believe that.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
Edward immediately
9 feet to the
called
cup.
and went down to the police station, talked to Corey Lyman, and told him about it, and they arranged, for an interview with Mary Catherine.
This is a good chance.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like
Beauty!
Nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
that. He's currently sitting in first place.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
and I know he stopped. Emilio was going to our room. Was Emmanuel the man who was in your bedroom? I'm not quite sure. It might have been. You're not quite sure that it
That is right down the sprinkler line.
You know, the eyewitness comes and says that she knows who it was who came in the house and still didn't let Richard Reese off the hook. They said that they were looking for him.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by Alina.
A lot better than yesterday, thankfully. Now let's watch and see what they can do from here.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Amazing. And I was just like, wait, this is the most important lead. Why are you...
Nice. Oh, yes.
Well played. Into birdie range here in the 16th.
Come on, this is the most important.
Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Down on hole number 18 as Justin Thomas gets ready to hit.
Yeah, the thing
Great shot, that is.
They held the keys.
And back to the course for the live action.
And they had the most
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Hey, that's a chance. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Hang on.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
I saw these 3 people standing on the doorstep. I just thought it was some people coming in costume.
That should find the fairway.
He was saying that they needed to explore.
What a shot that is!
Of this house. And so I invited
345 yards. Whoa!
Fantastic. What a shot from the leader. That was a thing of beauty. Got all that one. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
They had a good result yesterday. Can't see why they wouldn't have another good one today.
5'7", and she does not come across. I mean, all the posters and all the pictures that you ever saw in the news. It looked like a
Great looking shot, this.
Emmanuel was very.
Oh, no bounce.
Wonderful shot here in the 17th, and a chance for birdie.
He had a very intense eye, and he would just keep going on.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Alcohol and religious dogma at midnight as well.
Geez, making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
Ping that one in. 25 under.
Still in the lead now after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. They're coming off the birdie. Grab themselves a chance to keep it rolling.
And they pretty much ignored me and just followed after him and wandered away into the night.
Oh, that is crushed.
Elizabeth's kidnapper, Emmanuel, was born Brian David Mitchell. Middle-sized and strict man.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
Interest in sex.
We had a book at home who had explicit pictures of genitalia.
It's a brave one. Drive her off the deck.
Proceeded to
come on, Banks!
doctor in the hut in the backyard with no kids.
Oh, fuck. Risky shot that was.
Brian's accomplice,
Getting ready to play their third.
grew up on the other side of Salt Lake. With her father away on business, Wanda was brought up by her mother.
Oh, nice shot that was.
Wonderfully played. Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Rhodes once said,
Champion!
and famous.
I gotta say, that was an incredible statement by the great man that bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
Hanging on the money.
By the age of 13, Brian was the black sheep in the Mitchell family.
Rich, this is something you can understand. This player now a major champion.
Luke, life-changing indeed, I have to say. I'm thrilled for this player as I know what is in store from them. It's a life-changing moment.
Well, on behalf of
Woo,
myself, Luke
another
Elder,
tweet.
and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Officially a legend.
Wanda's attentions were more wholesome. later, she was married. Ryan and Wanda devoted their lives to God. The current teachings of the Mormon Church did not satisfy Brian. He adopted out-of-favor beliefs, which cast him as the Lord and Master, with the right to take multiple wives. Brian displayed disturbing signs of sadism towards his new stepsister.
She had a pet rabbit named Peaches.